All right, let's try this again. ×2 second take. I apologize for that. Yeah, Bishop, the stream died. I tried to buy cargo to the Idris, and that was such a task. It bricked my PC. Like, I had nothing. I don't know if you guys could hear me or anything when the bricking happened. But yeah, like literally as soon as I went to buy cargo and hit the buy cargo button, it bricked everything. Why that is a client side issue, I do not know. But it's good to see everyone again. I do apologize about that. Hey, Luna. Yeah. I'm going to attempt it again. And if it dies on me a second time, I feel like we have, I don't know, an issue council report. Hopefully it purchased, and looks like it purchased.
Whatever it is you want.
Now the question is, how much time has passed? All right, so we've got 1280 SCU on board, pressurized ice. Oh, that's the wrong door. Hey, Phaedrus.
I just bought this AR lens. Every day.
I mean, Ken, technically the Idris isn't even on the server. It's stored right now. So it was the act of making a purchase that made it go poofy poof. Hey, guitars. Now I wonder, do I already have a big hanger? I do not. That's fine. Good job, Luda. Like you swept in and took that crown. I mean, you know, it could just be the act of purchasing something without it being the Idris specifically. Could have caused something. I mean, there are games that will sometimes, due to an unfortunate bug or issue, hard lock a rig. It's just easy to blame Star Citizen sometimes. 2 minutes. That's time for it. A rat? What do you got, lady? What do you got? These aren't rats. This is real food. You can't use the phrase grab eat. That's trademarked. Face, I haven't watched it yet. I saw that it came out, but without watching it, I'm going to assume yet another PvP-based org smash event. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really need those. Like, it's cool for other folks, but hey, you guys remember when they had that supply or die event? And despite it having a ton of bugs, you could do it without PvP, and people enjoyed that. Maybe they didn't enjoy having to get the paint jobs with how buggy it was, but people enjoyed doing that. and it was fun, and you could complete it in multiple ways, and that was really nice. And then it's like they took that, and instead of iterating upon it, they just kind of stopped doing it. Hey, Crazy Ivan.
Welcome.
Hey, Shaggy.
To the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
You know, Crazy Ivan, I was using you on the train the other day while on Amtrak. I was playing a lot of Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 and doing the terrible no good tactic of putting bombs on my conscripts before putting them in a flak track and then iron curtaining them.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to
Yeah,
the
and see,
location.
Phaedrus, like, it don't even gotta be a cargo event. I just want to do something that's not like, oh, well, there's one area, and you gotta go in and do the thing. But oh no, other players might stop you, so they can take the thing from you. Like... I feel like all the big games have just been extraction shooters for years, and I'm so glad that the space MMO that I've been waiting on for, what, 13, 14 years now, is doing the extraction shooter thing. And Ivan, we're just now getting started. We've put about 1,200 SCU on this Idris. Hey, Brandy. It is good to see you. Brandy, are you going to any of the Bar Citizens? There's one in Austin, June 14th. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that one because I just kind of got back into town the other day. Well, you know, guitars, I got to fly discos a little bit. I just now got access to it. I was supposed to have it 2 days ago. I specifically had the email that said my account was good for it, but wasn't actually good for it. So as soon as I can remember how in the heck to get into this thing, I will let you know. Ramp access being here. I'm glad that's marked. Otherwise, I never would have found that. Yeah, like, I know there's the one in Vegas. I think it's Vegas. And I know I'm not going to make it to that one. But I wouldn't mind showing up to the one in, what do you call it? In Austin. You know, Phaedrus, if they really wanted to impress me, we would have pigs in space. And by that, I mean we would have the square pigs from Interpork in space truckers. It says wrong way. Like, is it really the wrong way? Can I decide what that means? Now, how do I close the door? I feel like there should be a button down here. It really is, Coyote. Like, I'm glad that my Star Citizen guy is in shape. Can I not enter there? Are you going to tell me that I don't actually have access? There we go. Fish, it's gonna be a new cargo ship. We're gonna go trade in it, and then we're gonna go flip it into a hangar and, you know, move more boxes with it. I mean, Coyote, we could go do a hauling mission with it, I suppose. Hold on. Let's try this signage thing. All right, so I walk out here. So I've walked out here. And I'm trying to rely on just signage to figure out which way to go. Well, you know, Shaggy, box missions are no more. Hold on, can I do the thing where I follow the blue lines? Nope. Those aren't even labeled. It's a good thing they tell you how this ship works before you start messing around with it. Otherwise, someone could get lost in this. Med Bay, port side, mess hall. Yeah, Ivan, and I'm one of them. Well, you know, while we're here, you know, I feel like they could have put cargo in this car. Hey, biker. Escape pods, turret. I feel like I'm about to round the whole thing. Yeah, Ken. The box delivery missions are currently not in. Huh. Captain's quarters again. Have I rounded this whole thing? Ah, brig and bridge. I'm glad those are very close to each other. Because that way, if someone breaks out of the brig, they can quickly make it to the bridge. Which seems to be an issue in Star Trek. Fish, I swear, if you say Scotland, and then I look it up, and it turns out some jerkwad in Scotland actually came up with it back in, like, I don't know, Jules Verne times.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green.
I mean, Ivan's supposed to. Let's close that up just to be safe. Someone might try to dip in here who isn't Wade. Yeah, you know, Luna, I hope when the Kraken comes out that the bridge is a little bit easier to get to. All right, so Brad, I pretty much just always need to go starboard, huh? That seems weird. All right. Take this hush puppy for a drive, shall we? Well, Fish, it skipped leg day, you know? I even have any missiles. I do not. Okay. There's Wade. All right, Wade, let's bring this puppy to a stop. I'm gonna go and open all the doors for you. You know what, Ivan? That's a good question. I feel like that one kind of becomes a personal opinion due to the size. Yeah, that thing getting in here. It's a little wide, but it's flat. All right. So let's go sell some pressurized ice. Guitars, it's some new YouTube engagement thing where you can chat spam basically for a crown that tells people that you're here a lot and you're a super faithful fan and you're definitely not spamming the chat for a crown. Oh, Luna, yeah. No, the Starfare, like, I remember when it came out. And it was one of those things where it's like, there's definitely a linear path here, but it's so zigzaggy. In face, I sure can. 82 googly mooglies to go. I've got time. So if I remember correctly, this thing is not fast in quantum. Also, I'm glad that several years later, this is still an issue with this armor. Oh, Ivan, I think it actually just refreshes each day, so it's not like a permanent crown. That way, like someone who's been here for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, just doesn't permanently have it. Like, I think it resets every day. Well, Ivan, I will say that, you know, the carrack you can actually fit on a landing pad at outposts, which is nice. It is just a little bit more maneuverable. The Polaris is definitely more of your space-based thing. Now, the Polaris does have a much larger hangar, so you can actually house a fighter or a shuttle or what have you. And the torpedoes are nice. And also being a capital, it, you know, more shields, more health. The thing can actually stand up in a fight for a lot longer. It is just, you know, a big dude. Admittedly, the cargo deck for the Polaris is a lot nicer. A lot easier to currently unload and load. You can hold bigger boxes. So even though that the Polaris is designed to be loaded for bear, I feel like it's a lot easier to do industrial-based stuff with it. I mean, guitars, it's not bad. I know they said they're going to work on the floatiness of cap ships in atmosphere, but the thing does not handle bad at all. Really, Shaggy? Tell us more. It's always weird, like, when you meet somebody out in the wild and they know what Star Citizen is, and you have to try to gauge, like, how much can you talk about it? That is fair, Luna. That is fair. You know, if I was greedy, I would say we should definitely test this to see who gets the XP and if it changes by you guys giving me tons of super chats, but I don't want anybody to do that because I'm not going to track any of the stuff with it. And ultimately, it's a way for, you know, YouTube to make more money. So, I say keep your money, go buy some ice cream. I mean, Ivan, you can still rock a Polaris solo. I just wouldn't get into any tussles with it.
Weapon systems online.
I mean, Shaq, you'd be surprised. And sometimes there are people that like just aren't like your typical, you know, quote unquote gamer, but they have that one thing, that one game that they got into, and they just don't tell anybody about it. Oof, yeah, that cooldown. This thing is not designed for hopping, skipping, and jumping. Oh, Ken.
Torpedo burrito.
Good job, Ken. Good job. That actually worked. Thank you. Good job getting the torpedo burrito.
Thank you.
You know, guitars, I think they are. Zenith had a crown yesterday.
Contact.
I will say, it is odd trying to figure out how much I can squeeze this thing by. It's like going from my compact car to an oil tanker. You can do it, buddy. You can get through there. No turrets for you. I mean, technically mods don't even really get any special privileges. Besides being able to drop links. And let's be honest, I think we drop like one link a week. You know, Phaedrus, I don't know. I'm hoping they let us, like, customize the crown stuff. I'm gonna turn off my pew-pew so I don't...
Systems online.
Oh, wait, no, offline.
Weapon systems offline.
I don't want to pew-pew this guy on accident. Like, I know we're in nav mode, but still. Oh, yeah, and put people in timeout. I think we've only had to do that, like, what, once? Twice? Hey, Bob! Obstructed. How are we obstructed? What is obstructing me? Yeah, guitars, like I said, very... Like, who knows? Alright, what's the obstruction? There we go, that was weird. I know the wormholes are a different thing, but weirdly maneuverable inside the hole. Face, if you want to meet up with us, I'm going to dock this thing at Baijini. That's where we're going to sell off the pressurized ice. Yeah, guitars. Well, I'm currently doing a trade run because, you know, I gotta. Hey, Dread. You know, Sleepy, I was wondering, there used to be this bug where if people stood in front of your quantum drive component, you couldn't jump because their body would obstruct you. I don't know why I'm trying to do all these hard extra turns. I'm just testing this thing. Whoops! Okay, well that's about the limit of the maneuverability, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that used to be a thing. Whoopsie doodle. But anyway, I was wondering if maybe somehow the what do you call it? The Intrepid might be causing it. Hunt the Polaris. Do we want to hunt a Polaris? Oh, I'm definitely the whale here, wallowing about. No, wait, you're good. You're good. It wasn't you. I was just wondering if that might be it because, like I said, that was an old bug. And I think they fixed it. That was an ancient bug. Like, the thing is, like, on the Vanguard, if someone stood along the center of the ship or on the back ramp, you could not jump in a Vanguard. And Seneth, how are you today? Now, Biker, I have no idea what that means. Could you explain that to me? Is that how you determine, like, who plays who? Wait, Seneth, what happened with NVIDIA? Tell me more. You know, wait, I am thinking about going with an AMD card on my next upgrade. Like, I know the codecs are a little bit better for streaming on NVIDIA. But worst comes to worst, I can just stream via my laptop and just set up a... What do you call that? I bought a capture card a while back ago, and I still have yet to set it up. So I was thinking about doing that. Just going AMD on my next card. Now, Phaedrus, I could switch to Linux, but as someone who has zero experience with Linux, I don't know if I'd want to. Like, I feel like I might be too old to learn a whole new system, you know? And I know that I will be told that I'm definitely not, and encouraged to. Ah, gotcha, Biker. Okay. All right, so Athlone, how do you feel about them? You think you guys can take them out? Why do I not feel like I'm jumping towards Baijini? Okay. Okay. But what if, and I know this is sacrilege, what if I like windows?
Initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Oh, Luna, don't. Okay, hold on, hold on. Is the Thomas stuff, is that DLC? Because, like, listen, Toby was my engine, all right? That and Stepney. You guys remember Stepney? Or Duck? Oh, man. I do miss Duck. Is Duck in there? Tell me Duck's in there. I want to hear about Duck being a great Western engine. Well, dread heavy lies the crown, doesn't it?
Docking request approved.
I mean, listen, I've bought DLC for other things before, but listen, like if I can jump around with some Great Western engines like old Duck. Man, I hope those shots aren't gonna be for me. I'll have to turn my shields on. Actually, I guess we could do that now. Now, the Idris... Is that gonna be a port or starboard? I feel like that's gonna be a... Let's line up here and find out. But yeah, no, like, the thing about Linux, for me, is I grew up with Windows. And I never had to learn any systems outside of Windows. And I was just fine with that. Now, Face, what are you in here? We're not... Okay. Ugh. Somebody left their whole C here. You know, you would think that that would just kind of get poofed. Oh, look at all that free cargo. Yeah, out of the way. Out of the way. Coming through. Man, we could scoop up all that cargo, though. What is that? Processed food? Oh, that's probably contracted, though, isn't it? I don't know. That might not be contracted. Might pop out there and find out. Now, the question is... How far is this? Face, I'm gonna go ahead and let you dock. Although I don't know if it'll let you dock this close to... Oh, that's why I can't get in, because I'm way too far off. I don't know how, it'll let you dock at this distance. Where is the docking? Oh, that's it. You can tell I've never driven this thing before. Or at least docked it. Now, Phaedrus, that is true, but it also pays very little. You probably want to come in the front on account of the Intrepid being right there. Because you're not getting over that, baby. Yeah, Dread, we're all kind of figuring out this crown thing. It's new to all of us. There we go. It's Alpha XP. All right. I'm gonna have to poof this thing anyway, so I can actually sell the cargo off of it. Now, maybe I can finally get this elevator to work. Where does this elevator go? This. How do I work this? Or is this the elevator? This is the elevators. What's the other room? Ooh, Ivan, for PvE, I think attritions are still suggested. They're slow, but powerful. Oh, no, 100% deplorable. 100%. Diesel! Get out of here with Diesel. Hold on. Luna, is there any more? And Gabriel, yes, this is a ship. It's the Idris. It's this big blue yellow thing right here. But now we're on a station, Gabriel. I'm actually about to store this ship so I can sell the cargo off of it. Because there's no way I'm hand-moving all those boxes. It's like 80 boxes. And I'm not going to do it. Yeah, Dread, because this is technically the patrol Idris, not the military Idris, so it's civilianized. I wish I had a fancy-dancy, pretty pink pony club skin to put on it, but since I only get to have it for a week,
Your vehicle has been moved to
it doesn't matter. Now, hold on, Luna, to go back to this, there's a Clarabelle, but no Annie mentioned. Because Thomas had 2 coach cars, Annie and Clarabelle. And you can't have Clarabelle without Annie. That's not how it works. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta have the whole thing. You gotta have the whole package. Dread, they are, but they're also doing them in waves for some reason, which is, I think, a very silly Billy. Okay, yeah, Luna, that's messed up. Ivan, just for now. You see, subs get a test flight thing where they get to test the newest ships for a week whenever they come out. But they delayed it for the Idris for a while because they didn't want like 5,000 Idrises clogging up the servers. But yeah, all right. So hold on. You get Thomas, Clarabelle, Diesel, and the troublesome truck. They could have done more engines. They could have done a lot more engines. Hey, that's not a bad little run. And that was just a random one too. We could actually probably make some bank here. Okay, so Annie is there. All right. Okay, I feel better, Luna. I feel better. You know what? Actually, there was a station that I wanted to hit that had human food bars, but you could not get a whole C there. And that was, oh my god, what was it? I think that was rods. I think we could actually make a decent amount of cash.
Whether you're just looking to spend the day cloud hopping with the storm wolves or relaxing by
I mean, Arcturus, I'm just committing economic war. Oh, they didn't make it in. Okay. I feel bad. I'm gonna go hide over here now since I just shut the elevator on them. Hey, Callum. Well, I got 10 minutes while that unloads. What do we do? I guess we could have a hot dog. I could tell you guys some stuff about my trip. Where's that double dog? Well, Drop, they are food bars made by the Banu to be consumed by humans. They just have, you know, hilarious miscommunication issues.
Smart buy.
Oh. Oh God, that one's wet. Why is it so wet? Is it always wet? Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Hold on. Oh. Oh. You know, the double dog used to have a crunch to it. Yeah, Sleepy, I don't mind the Asgard. I feel like it could have a lot more staying power. Have a lot more, you know,
Nice.
HP. But when did the hot dog sounds become so wet? I do like its cargo capacity and ability to hold a tank. That is incredibly nice. Like, you could fit a golem in there with extra cargo, or the cargo boxes.
Good purchase.
Callum, I don't know why a hot dog would crunch, but it used to be crunchy, like an apple. No, Dread, I mean, they could enjoy it as much as they want to. I'm just saying, like, why is it so slurpy? Why is it so wet? And, oh, that's not my... That's not my song. Guitars, that wasn't my dog. I never bought a chili dog. I thought I was picking up my soda while reading, and I just kind of... ate a stranger's hot dog. I'm gonna try all the hot dogs. What is this, a yakisoba dog? I mean, Biker, I agree. I'm definitely more of a, like, listen, in real life, I cannot eat hot dogs. When I was a teenager, someone bet me that I could not eat 3-foot-long hot dogs from Sonic, and I did it. But I did it at great personal cost. And now, like, whenever I try to eat a hot dog, I just... It's like, it's a placebo effect, I know. But it just makes me feel sickly. Like, even if it's like an all-beef, like, no-pork hot dog. Like, in my mind, I know that it's not the same thing. I'm not a big fan of pork. But my body is just like, I remember those times. And we're not going to have those times again. So you better throw that thing back up, Hombre. And yeah, Sleepy, it basically is. Like, they took the Valkyrie, they made it more cutlassy, gave it a lot of pew-pew, larger cargo hold, but still kept the Valkyrie heritage and called it a day. And I'm glad that we have it. Like, I don't think I'll ever pick one up, just because, you know, it's not my style. But it's a nice anvil answer to the cutlass. Oh yeah, deployable. Definitely not my first rodeo. Yeah, see, guitars, like I've tried beef hot dogs and like it still does it to me. Like I try it and I don't feel good about it.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Well, Dread, it also depends on your definition of sausage. Like, okay. So there's this thing that I don't like here where
Please visit us again.
sometimes you go to a breakfast place and you order like a kolache or whatever. And depending on the place, you either get a sausage, which is, you know, pork, but of the sausage meat of the pork, or a hot dog, which is technically pork, but the other bits all, you know, ground up, emulsified, and put in a little hot dog shape. That's right, Drop Hammer. In fact, Drop, that was actually a trivia question the other night on the trivia place that I go to on Wednesdays.
Welcome.
What is
to the
Sonic's
ASOP Vehicle
favorite
Retrieval System.
food? Unfortunately, they gave multiple choice. Yeah, see, Luna, that's not a fact that I want to dwell on. I mean, I'm 6 feet, so that was half my height. And hot dogs. Three minutes. How many more hot dogs can I shove in my mouth? 3 minutes. Can you imagine having like a hot dog eating contest in Star Citizen? And it's not like how fast can you eat it. It's basically how fast can you interact to eat it. Oh, that didn't even make it to my mouth. He just... Ooh, the slurps. Come on. Come on. Bye. You know, this is... you guys ever see the movie Little Big Man? In Little Big Man, he learns to shoot his gun before touching his gun. Like, he learns to aim and shoot before drawing the gun. And I feel like that's what we're getting here with some of these issues. Like, I'm eating the hot dog before I've picked up the hot dog. Dread, I think I'll say when I've had enough. Although... yeah, no, these sounds are getting... okay, well, that one's sticking to my face. Wait, hold on. Did I grab my sodas? Oh, I do have a bunch of hot dogs in my storage. Yeah, Drop. Like, the first round, they do easy ones with multiple choice. Just to kind of ease people into it. And then the second round, they get a lot harder. Like, they'll start you off with something easy, and then it's like, oh, what was it last time? Where do I buy sodas? Do they got sodas at the gun store? There's a gun store here, right? You know what? It's fine. I don't need no sodas. I don't need no cruise. Besides, I think my ship's almost ready anyway. Maybe they have cruise over here. Come to a fashion store to buy sodas, lady. Is there no console here? Well, Dragnos, we're running cargo with the Idris. There you are. Oh my god, who designed this UI? It's fine. I'll just buy some funky water and Pyro if I get thirsty. Hey, Ty. Nah, drop never. If they had food coma, then they gotta add things like diabetes and others. I'm trying to remember what other food-related illnesses there are. Botulism.
Vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered.
All right, port 2. You know, Luna, I think you would fare well in an Amtrak sleeper room. Those are not designed for people of my height. Especially the top bunk. Oosh. Well, you know, it's simple at that point. It's a hot dog fight. Which turret? Can I use that little elevator? Where's that elevator? The one that I just used. Oh, come around again. How did I do that last time? Oh, Ivan, always. All right. It is on board, right? I'm going to assume so.
Landing complete.
Initiated. Docking launch complete.
You know, Dredd, I'm definitely not jealous at all. Nope, not jealous. Oh, no, Ivan. The Carrick is, believe me, you spend 20 minutes in the Carrick, you'll have the whole thing memorized. Polaris is a little different, a little larger, but easy enough to navigate. You see, Dredd, I would. The problem is, I can't buy cargo to it. I have to have the owner with it to buy cargo to it. Because I'm not doing the hand loading of the cargo.
Shields offline.
Be real cool if it would give me my destination. I hope they fix this one day. Whenever someone gets in and out of a seat, it clears where your jump is. And in a multi-crew situation, if you need to get away from something, that's not. Oh, Luna, I'm sure. Like, believe me, there are some advantages to being tall or being able to take up space, but listen, Solid Snake can hide in a box, you know? And Metal Gear Solid taught me the advantages of being small enough to hide in a box. Oh, Jason, I'm sure there still will be. Someone will be bold or stubborn enough to do it. It's me. It's me. I'm going to be the one. Yeah, that looks like a PDC to me. Maybe? Is that a PDC? What is that? Or a camera for monitoring something? Hey, Brian. Brian, you heard back yet on getting that job in Texas? Well, Dread, like, there'll always be, like, the fabled NPC crew. Guitars? It shouldn't be. Showing everything's okay on my end. Ah, that's fair, Brian. I hope you get it.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel complete.
You can actually spend time with your family and not have to stay at hotels for months on end. Yeah, Berlin, that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna run to Pyro and buy some human food bars. Where is that? There it is. Brian, we're actually in the Idris. They finally gave subscribers, or some subscribers, their test flight Idris. So we are doing cargo runs in an Idris. I don't know, Mabutu. I also spent a lot of time at the stations, too. Since this thing does take a little bit to load. Which it's still faster to load, I think, than a Caterpillar, which doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, Mabutu, how did that go?
Weapon systems online.
And away we go. All right. Once I get out of this wormhole, remind me to look up who's got the cheapest prices. Human food bars. I think Dudley has them. Maybe Rod's. Yeah, I think I might try to drain the quantum fuel on this thing just to see how expensive it is to fill up. Don't like that hard turn making me drift and jump, though. Not a fan of that. Tell you what, we'll jump to the black. That way I've got time to look things up without getting hornswoggled by somebody. Let's see who has those human food bombs. Yeah, Mabutu. I don't like how they did like the master level. 71, 453, 394 across the board. It looks like in Pyro. Stanton. 527 at Pyro Gateway, Tresler. Okay, that's not the biggest. What about the Lagrange stations? Nobody. Alright. Well, let's try that out then. Go to rides. You know, simple, I don't know. Like, I've played so many MMOs and crafting MMOs. I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of playing a game or playing games where you spend 20 minutes punching trees to build your own little hovel. You get some sort of advancement, and then some jerkwad comes along and steals everything you have just because it's easier to rob people of any advancement and get them to leave the server than it is to be cooperative. Like, I spent a long time playing Ark, playing Rust, and I know Dune has a few more things to it where you can prevent some of the buggery that you come into with those other games. But I don't know how I feel getting into a new game where I'm just struggling to survive again. You know? Like, I haven't looked into it super hard. Tell me on it. Like, tell me more about it. Like, if I can trade with folks without worrying about getting constantly curb stomped, maybe. Yeah, Dragnos, I have played a few NCSoft games. I've seen quite a few NCSoft games go under, too. Well, simple, that is nice to hear. I might take a look at it. I did play a lot of that Dune RTS. Came out a few years back. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Had a very iPhone game styled name. But it was actually pretty fun to play. I mean, technically, Dune is the reason that we have RTSs. Thank you, Westwood. Yeah, Dragnos. Which we've got Petroglyph. I just kind of feel like they've struggled. Because, I mean, they had that one World War I RTS that released, and I picked it up, but it just wasn't super great. Then, you know, they gave us Star Wars Empire at War, which was amazing. It's just 20 years old now. Wait, if you do pick it up, let me know how it goes. Maybe I'll do it as well. I don't know. I've recently got back into playing Jagged Alliance 3. Because I do love Jagged Alliance. Was I ever good at it? No. God, no. I read all the strategies, tips, and tricks, and I was still terrible. See, Dragnos, I wish they could bring back Udo Kier. It is simple. Dune is the reason that we have RTSs. I mean, we would have had something else eventually, but yeah, Dune 2 was the first RTS. Yeah, Dread, like, number 2 was always the best one. Like, you know, 1 was a nice way to get into it, but Jagged Alliance 2 just had so much. Alright, I am going to learn visually how to dock this thing without having to go third person. Oh, I guess that'll do it. Okay, that's the auto docking doing it, not me. I guess I'll turn it around. Oh, Luna! Thank you, Luna. Thank you, and I'm sorry the Wookiee wasn't there. I think it played yesterday, but it may have done before you came in. There we go. Thank you, Luna. Oh yeah, Dread. Like, I love going through it. And I enjoy 3 a lot. They definitely lowered the difficulty level in 3, but I'm okay with it. And I really enjoy Jagged Alliance. Just because it has such a broad range of characters for everything. Yeah, Dread, what was your issue? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, like, different studio. No, that's fair. I will say, like, I don't know if you picked it up right when it came out, but they did do a lot of improvements to it post-release. Because I burned through it hardcore when it first came out, and it was missing a lot of things, like Bobby Ray's guns, quite a few other things. And I think it probably took them about a solid year, but they did a lot of massive improvements over the first year. That's right, Luna. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dread, is that you? Did I lose markers for everybody? I'm sorry, Luna. I got my days mixed up. Dread, I would say tentatively give it another chance. Wade, you're good. You're good. We actually just got into the station, I think, as you disconnected, and we're gonna have probably 10 minutes on the station here. I mean, Luna, that's fair. Taking care of a tiny child is priority one. And yeah, Dread, the stealth system, it doesn't really explain the way that it works. And it is kind of goofy that if you have proper enough stealth, you can just walk up on somebody who is facing you. Yeah, see, nobody's here buying the human food bars, although I could wipe them out of stims. Oh. Oh, hold on. You know, let's do some math. 1750 on the half. Where's my calculator? It's 821. Profit. I just dropped my phone. Who's paying that? New Babbage is paying $25.71. What about a LaGrange? Anybody paying more? $25.88. We're gonna try something new, guys. We're gonna try something new. We're going to buy all the Festa night. $37. Who else has heft in the area? Is it just... Okay, it's just rods. I'm doing some math here, some quick math. And maybe I'm just late to the game, but that should make us just under 500,000. And we've still got plenty of room for other stuff. Oh yeah, Face, which is kind of weird. But while that's doing that thing, I've got time. Let's look at our profit on human food bars. It's 527 minus 394. That's 159,000. Okay, so that one's still not worth it. We still have to whole C that one to actually make a profit. But what else can we pick up here? What else can I pick up to pad my profits? Could wipe them out on stims. Although I do have to get off this. Let it refresh. Otherwise it gets really wonky with how it loads. Yeah, I really don't know how it's doing the crown stuff. It would be nice if it had a decent explanation. That's tempting. What is 374 times 2? Well, I'm not waiting 20 minutes. 748. Okay. 16 times 9. Wait, come back, come back. Oh, hey, LA Hephaestonite just reset. Could buy a couple more of those, but 16 times 9, 624. Okay, so we lose a little bit there. Sorry, I keep dropping my phone. I'm going to kill it eventually. All right, so we're going to be in station for a little bit. Biker, I've got a spreadsheet that, I'm not the one who originally made it, but that's what I use for calculating everything. Now, what timer did I just give myself? 15 minutes. All right, well, we are in port for 15 minutes. Yeah, Dragnos. That's the reason I like these out-of-the-way places. Not a lot of people poking their heads around asking questions. It is a lot of purple, Berlin. I'm wondering if I can customize them. Like maybe in YouTube Studio or something. Right, Hugh? Like I could go downstairs, grab me like a piece of chocolate? I mean, I do have a Toblerone I've been meaning to get into. I need like a quick little game that I could play while waiting. War pips wouldn't be bad. I could do some war pips while I wait. They have noodles on the station. Like, that's the only issue. I would sometimes manually load this stuff. Like, maybe not on an Idris just because it's so hard to load. But you can't, since they don't have any extra large hangars here. So you're forced to do the auto load. What do you do during the downtime? I mean, Ivan, I feel like he was everywhere stabbed. I mean, Ty, you're not wrong for sure. Twitch found a way to make chat very engaging. They kind of gamify it. So, you know, more people are engaging. And I hope that it works. I don't know, man. Like, I'm an old fogey. Like, I want you guys to talk because you want to talk, not because there's a purple, you know, pixel crown in it. Deplorable, I forget. Is there actually a bar here? Yeah, see, Dragnos, like if I could play pool here while I wait. Oh man, that'd be great. Where is that bar? Here's the bar. Sir, are you working? What is that? Can I just take that?
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
Sorry, I'll help you in a second. Hey, welcome.
I'm getting the... Give me a liquor.
Hi. Thanks for
Perfect.
coming in.
Let me get that for you.
You guys remember when they spent like a whole year talking up the bartender tech?
Had to take a hub into work today. Can be rough not having your own transport.
Hi.
Hey,
Thanks for
Justin.
coming in.
Yeah, see, Dread, I'm not... I don't know, man. Like, maybe I'm just lazy, but I don't have the drive for that. Like, I don't like using terms like, hey, chat, is this real? Like, calling you guys by some sort of nebulous single entity seems disingenuous. Now, Justin, what in the world is a pretzel pizza? Like, is the pretzel part the crust? Or is it like a pizza with like little pretzels? Oh my god, I'm doing the little big man thing. I am drinking the drink before picking up the glass.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
My wizard powers have increased. Did you guys see that? Hey, Sean.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
I want another one. I mean, Hugh, if I could drink things before ever picking up the glass or without picking it up,
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
yeah, I would have a massive drinking problem.
Give me one moment, okay?
That's illegal.
Everything going all right? Maybe later then.
Hi. What can I get you today?
Lady, I think you're at the wrong place.
How you doing? Okay. You let me know if you change your mind. I'll be with
Hi.
you in a minute.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm gonna walk away,
I'll be
then
here if
walk
you need
back.
me.
Oh, hey, Wade.
Sorry, I'll help you in a second.
I don't know. I've been to bars like
How
this.
you doing?
Hi. Thanks for
That's why
coming
you should
in.
always approach the bar while holding money. So that way they see it and they go, oh, okay. Oh, snaps. You get a screwdriver? I didn't even see that. That's my drink right there. Oh, my God. Guys, I realized something on my trip. I have a problem with alcohol. And that problem is, if you give me a drink with a straw, I will drink it way too quickly.
That Jada lineup. Last night
So-
was a hell of a match.
I have to have alcohol without a straw.
What can I get you today?
Because if I have a straw, I will suck it down hard. Wait, hold on. Back that up. Forget I said it. Something about a straw just makes it disappear quicker.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
But a screwdriver is my drink of choice. And, yeah, no, like, without a straw, it'll take me, like, 10 minutes to get it down. Withdraw 30 seconds. Yeah, no, this is when I delete the whole stream. There we go again. My wizard powers are increasing.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
Lady, do you work here? Yeah, nobody needs to clip that. Let's not clip that.
Hi. What can I get you today?
Give me one moment, okay?
Hey,
Everything
Gaz.
going all right?
All right, let's go check the time on that. You know, Simple, you actually used to be able to get drunk in Star Citizen. I don't think you can now. But it actually used to be a thing. You know, deplorable, I kind of am. And at the very least, it gave me something to do. Oh, Gaz, what's going on, man? Why the bad day? Maybe we could cheer you up. What's going on? Maybe I could tell you a story. I could Oh, Gaz.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Thank you, Gaz. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. That's quesadilla money right there. I might... Ooh, actually, do I want a quesadilla or tikka masala tonight? Kind of a hankering to cook some tikka masala. Thank you, Gaz. And what's going on with your day, man? And I'll tell you a story. You tell us if you feel like sharing it. I don't know if you feel like sharing, but oh, you, oh, whew. You know, okay, here I was waiting for like a train fact of like, you know, it's like technically trains were invented in China before it hit Europe mainland, but weren't actually used due to geography or what have you, or some silly thing like that. Like, I was set up for that. I was legitimately invested. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a story that I could actually tell on stream that wouldn't get me banned. Oof. The stories that I could tell.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Ooh. Oh, well, okay, Gaz. Gaz, that's fair. But. You've been at that job for a while, right? Like, there are stints of jobs where it's just like, why am I here? If you can stick it out till Ireland, that'll let you get away and come back with a refreshed, renewed hatred for your job. And good job getting the Switch 2. Like, how hard are they to get right now? Like, I've thought about picking one up, but I mean, my poor Switch has been collecting dust ever since I ran through Pokemon. Now, what story could I tell you? Tell you what, Gaz. Tell you what. I'll tell you a story right now. I'm trying to think of what I could tell you. But if you really want, I'll send you a story off stream later. That might cheer you up, or at least give you a little bit of a chuckle. Yeah, see, guitars, like, I'm just too much of a PC guy, I guess. Like, I love my Switch for how portable it is. And Nintendo has some solid bangers. It's just when I'm mobile, I either don't play anything at all, or I want to play something that's not on Switch. Okay, now, Deplorable, I didn't kill that turtle. That turtle was fine. Although, Gaz, have I told you I know a lot of you guys already heard the story the other day, but Gaz, one day, while working my job as a delivery guy for a pharmacy, I'm driving, and it's springtime. A lot of turtles out. And I see a large red-eared slider about to cross the road. And doing my good deed for the day, I get out of my car and I pick him up. And as I pick him up to cross the road, a funeral procession drives by. And I don't know about your neck of the woods, but here, you know, it's always like a very large, uninterrupted convoy of vehicles.
Vehicle retrieval system.
So I'm standing on the side of the road in purple scrubs, holding this red-eared slider, this turtle. And this turtle and myself were just watching all these people drive by, and every single one of them is just looking at me, holding this turtle up like an idiot, reverentially, as they drive by with a casket in this parade of people for like a solid 5 minutes. And then all the traffic that was behind them, watching me hold this turtle in my purple scrubs for honestly longer than it should have been. And I just felt like such a dweeb. Such a dweebus supremus. Let's drink the local water. That definitely won't be bad. I didn't kill it, Deplorable. I helped it cross the road. And I didn't kill the one in Star Citizen either. I put him by the water. And, you know, like, it was a little cold, but he could survive it. Just because they have an average temperature doesn't mean they can't survive a little bit more extreme. I mean, Arkansas gets snow all the time. Okay, it doesn't get snow all the time. It gets snow, like, maybe once. But we have tons of turtles in Arkansas, and they survive the snow here. All right, yeah, see, Crazy, you know what I mean, then. Lot of turtles. You know, Gaz, I actually had a pretty good soup the other day, which feels like such an NPC line. Like, you walk into a place in Oblivion, and it's like, I had a good soup the other day. But I was up in Milwaukee at this little place called the Swinging Door Exchange.
Welcome to the ASOS
And they had a really nice beef barley soup.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following visitors again. Goodbye.
No, Deplorable, you're good. I'm defending my honor. I didn't kill that turtle. That turtle was fine. Exactly, Wolf. I just think that my thermostat was off. In game. Yeah, guitars. Odd name. But it was called Swinging Door. Door, not Dora, door. Swinging Door Exchange. Ooh, no, I've never seen a hedgehog in the wild. We'll just close that. Now, have I figured out how to get here yet? Mess hall, med bay, docking collar. It's got to be further back, right? Med bay. Escape pods, turret. I've done it again. I thought that maybe, just maybe, I might have it figured out. Hey, Sparkplug. I will figure this out one day. Bridge. Well, Disco, if I run enough, eventually I'll get there. Well, you know, deployable, that was before copions were introduced to the area. So maybe it's still alive.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green. Docking launch complete.
No, Dread, that's fair. And I'm not even going to have the ship for long. Really? Yes, I'm not even doing box missions, man. I'm doing trade. I'm doing cargo runs.
Shields online.
Justin, you want a sad but funny cat story?
Weapon systems online.
I used to have a cat named Sam. And very few people know this, but his name was actually just an acronym for surface to air missile. Because I didn't know what a SAM was until playing Command and Conquer. And it's like, destroy the SAM sites. Like, why are we destroying Sam's place? And I thought that surface to air missile was a funny, or that SAM was a funny acronym for surface to air missile. So I did have a cat named surface to air missile. Hey, Berlin, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Shields offline.
Overkill is it is the test flight Idris for subscribers. Dread, I did not. A lot of the time, he was just referred to as Sam.
Launching travel initiated.
He was an orange cat. Had a funny walk because I think he had a hip break and then heel funny. He was just kind of a stray that showed up, but he was one of the sweetest cats I ever had. Although he did have a bad habit of bringing in snakes that weren't quite dead. I did not beat up a baby. I did not beat up a baby. That is slander. That is a gross exaggeration of what happened. I was simply playing air hockey, and I knocked the hockey puck off of the air hockey puck. Not a regular hockey puck, an air hockey puck off the table. And it came to rest against a baby. Like, it was not a sustained assault against a baby. It was a freak occurrence. Yeah, like the hockey puck was in an aerial transition that the baby interrupted. And the baby was fine. Like, who leaves a baby in an arcade anyway? I mean, deplorable, that baby is an adult now. Like, that happened when I was 16. I am 35 now. That baby is old enough to vote. Dragnus, I 100% believe that Waffle would eat a baby. Like, he was so needy for pets when I got back. He was actually pawing me while I was petting him, because somehow the amount of petting he was getting was not enough. Yeah, see, Luna, Waffle tries, but he's not fast enough. Like, I watched him chase a bird the other day, and chase is a very liberal use of the word. It was more of a... he approached it. As it flew off. Biker, I don't think they were old enough, because again, they were very small, and honestly, if traumatic things are going to happen to you, you want them to happen when you're a baby so you don't remember it, because I don't think you can remember trauma when you're a baby. Yeah. Science will definitely back me up on that one. Well, Dragnos, it takes probably about a minimum 10 minutes to load. So you've got time to do things like being accused of turtleside. That's a mantis. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, he's gonna activate it. Yeah, here he comes. We're gonna get boarded. We'll just have those shields come back right quick. Tell you what, let's give Wade just a little bit more. Hello, random rockeroids. He's definitely got friends. The question is that a warlock?
Docking request received.
I mean, Dragnos, you'd be surprised what you can do to one of these things solo. Especially with an eclipse right now. We're gonna let this little Avenger pop it open. And then go through his wormhole. There we go. There we go. I wonder, can you use a mantis to stop someone from going through a wormhole? About to find out. The question is, will he have friends on the other side? I do love the jump gates guitars. I feel like that mantis would be better for keeping people from jumping away after they come through the gates. Maybe that's what he's doing. You know what I don't get? CIG wants people to get through the gates, right? So they put up all these turrets. But then they put them super far space from each other, where you can just stealth in and mess with people, and the turrets cannot detect you. So you can pretty much bushwhack people at either end of the wormhole. Now the question is that a feature, or is that just bad design? Because this is what CIG wants. Because if it is what they want, I think it's bad design, and they should be revisited. All right, let's go sell some human food bars. And I think we're just going to go in with shields up the rest of the way. Well, that's a very annoying UI glitch. I mean, Dread, that could just be PTU issues. Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of the whole extraction shooter design. Like, oh, you can go in and shoot things and get all the loot, but watch out, other players could take it from you too. It's like, man, we have been doing this for so long. We've been doing this for like 8 years in all these other games that admittedly, because they're out and that's all they do, have a better design for it. All right. So you're docking starboard. Yeah, Dread, I just wish we had more permanent event style things for everybody else, you know?
Automated docking initiated.
I mean, Dread, that is the case. So the thing is, like, the internal design of CIG has issues comprehending the scale once it is released, you know? Like, look at the in-game trade economy. A lot of the stock works for only one person. One person. Like, if I buy something and I empty it, it empties it across all servers. And stock is low enough everywhere that you can do... Why am I getting dudes? Why is OBS no longer turning on streamer mode for Discord? Hold on. Am I going to have to manually turn that on every single time I do a thing? There we go. All right, hold on. We're going to figure this out. To main deck. Then down. Docking collar. Okay, so whenever I enter, if it's from starboard, I go left. Yeah, Dread, like, okay. So, you guys remember the supplier die? And I know I talked about it earlier. But... Hello, Seneth. Did that invite not go? Okay, there it is. Like, aside from it being timed and having, like, the skins gated behind it for, you know, all the issues that it had. Like, when you get down to it, the base gameplay was nice because it's like, hey, man, we need these resources. And there's multiple ways you can get it. And yeah, they nerfed the trade aspect of it into the ground, but that could be refined. Like, the bones were so good. Like, you could mine it, you could trade it, you could get it off bounties.
Welcome
And
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
it was so nice to have something that wasn't an extraction shooter based event. And honestly, I feel like my only issue with the event is how much I kept doing it. And it's like, oh no, people are engaging more with your event. That's... No, you don't want that. You don't want event engagement. Oh no. And I just... Like I said, the bones were good. The bones were really good. And... Hey, Tom! Thank you, Tom. Thank you. It is good to see you. Thank you so much. Man, I do think it is quesadillas tonight. Thank you, Tom. It is good to see you. Huh, only 6, huh? Well, maybe I'll take the stems somewhere else. Where do stems go? Where do you sell a bunch of stems? Thank you, Tom. That is incredibly generous of you, man. Actually, you know what? Magnus. We'll take it to Magnus. Hey, Odin. Long time no see, man. How you been doing? And howdy, howdy, Raymond. Hey, you're good.
Welcome.
You guys never have to apologize for being late or not showing up at all.
Has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Like, I am here for your entertainment. You got 1,000,002 different things to do, and even when it's time for entertainment, there is 100 things out there that are better than I. All right, all right. I can do this. I can do this. Odin, I'm glad to hear it. Right, we phase through. So we board here. Keep it going. Control room, that goes down. All right, yeah, that's right. We don't go control room. It's the next one after the diagonal. Ha ha! Now I got it. Now I got it. Okay, it's after the diagonal bit. Is DPT in here? DPT, I don't know if I told you, but I got to give that F8 a run.
Aegis combat assist.
And I know you don't like Kato, but it was quite smooth. And it did well hauling 8 cars right out of the box.
Launch initiated.
Which
Landing gear deployed.
I think is really nice to see, because some of my P-42s kind of struggle with an amount like that. Honestly, Luna, if it wasn't for me going to the wrong station, not bad. You can actually make a fair amount with it. You've got some downtime in the station, of course. Like, okay, so we're about to take this to Magnus. See how long that takes and how much fuel that's going to drain. I ran the EMD F8A with all 8 of the Rainbow Era set cars. And, you know, getting 8 cars up an incline is, I think, a challenge for any in-scale locomotive, except maybe the FEF or the big boy, and that's because they use those traction tires.
Shields offline.
Gee golly, that UI issue is annoying.
Auto travel initiated. Landing gear ejected. Weapon systems offline. Weapon systems online.
You know, we have jumped a lot of places today since we got this thing started, and we've only used 20% of our quantum fuel, which is kind of impressive. Oh, DPT, I'm still here. I'm just kind of doing math in my head, and that takes me a while. And yeah, Mysperia, I kind of kept the what do you call it? The wormhole issues, which I'm gonna power down after we drop out, see if that fixes anything. And Tom, that's actually impressive. That's wow, 3 years. Thank you, Tom. That is 3 years of giving me money instead of buying yourself something like an ice cream or a candy bar or a Toblerone. Actually, don't you guys have like, okay, who makes Toblerone? I feel like that was a cold European country. Or maybe I'm just thinking because it's mountain shaped. Wait, hold on, Dread. What? Neo 3? Oh, I was trash at Neo, but I loved Neo 2. Okay, so it is Swiss. Okay, yeah. See, like you could get yourself a Toblerone, one of many other chocolates. Right, Raymond, that's right. You did have that today. Man, I'm glad it was clear. Good to hear, man. Like, I hope all of your hospital visits are boring.
Quantum travel complete. Systems offline.
I hope they are all boring.
Aegis combat system.
Well, that didn't fix it.
Systems green.
Like, there are very few things that you want to be interesting. But, yeah. I think hospital visit is one of those. You don't want that to be interesting. Oh, Samuel, you're not screwed at all. I mean, you got a few more things to learn, but that's how every patch is. Samuel, let me bring you up to speed. 4.0 has finally dropped, so now you have two systems, Stanton and Pyro. To be honest, unless you're planet side, you're more likely to be ganked in Stanton than you are Pyro. There's a few choke points on the ground in the Pyro area, you know, like the drug labs like that, but basically just think of them as jump town.
Request approved.
Past that, going through the wormhole is pretty fun. Cargo is now both manual and auto loading. So if you do trade, I like to do a lot of trade. You do have to worry about either manually loading the cargo onto your ship, or if you're buying it from a station, you can have it auto-loaded for a fee, and then you wait for time. The fee is negligible. There've been a lot of refinements to mining now. Multiple mining ships. What else? What else? We have salvage. Salvage is cool. As you can see, I don't know if you have any big ships, Samuel, but the Idris has released to owners. They've also come out with the F8 and the F7A. And while they're decent fighters, well, the F8 maybe not. Like they're not the be all.
Automated docking initiated.
Luna, I have not watched it yet. Socrates, are you talking about the one where people drop boxes in the way so you can't actually get out and, you know, or escape places? Because if that's the case, I have stayed far away from just about any port that where that should be an issue. Yeah, like I've stayed far away from all the major ports. Turns out you can avoid most griefing by just not being where people are. So you avoid the major hubs, and you'll have a final day. Guitars, it's a bug left over from the wormhole. Well, Dread, I haven't got to watch it, so tell me more. I mean, like, was it just like a trailer saying, "Hey, Neo 3 is coming"? Or was there like any gameplay? Wait, swapping to a different... I don't want to do that. I spent a long time making my character, and while they didn't look like anything particular, you know, I spent a long time making my character. Ah, yes, that is true. Wolf, I thank you. I totally forgot. Sam, there's also hauling now. So it's similar to the box deliveries, but you're actually delivering a CU. So you can actually be like a FedEx truck. And they range anywhere from like 9 SCU, or it's 1 SCU boxes, up to using a hull C and delivering 4,000 SCU.
Welcome.
And any mix in between. You know, delivering things out of your Caterpillar.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage bay.
What else has happened since 318? I want to say servers are a little bit more stable. Wow, I thought taking off my helmet might fix that, but never mind. Servers, I feel like, are a lot more stable. 30Ks are very rare now, and there is some recovery. So usually what happens now, if a server dies, you just kind of sit there, and it reloads another server, shunts you onto it, so you shouldn't lose stuff anymore. We've had a ton of ships come out, obviously. Berlin, I mentioned it in passing for hauling missions. Like, the Hull C itself is out. So, you know, you can do Hull C trading, and it's all right. I'd say it's better for hauling than it is trading. You can make 500,000 every 15 minutes, guaranteed. Maybe 20 if you're a little bit slow. Not a judgment, just, you know, being cautious. I see. Wait a second, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. I forget. They only demand about 100 stems here. So those I'll probably have to unload at Area 18, which means I will have to visit Planet Side. Well, I guess I can just unload the Hephaestus tonight. I forget.
Welcome to the ASOS
A giant
Information
station
System.
that caters to the whole sea only takes 100 stems. Only takes 100. Sorry, I'm just so used to scrolling down to the
Your vehicle has
D's.
been delivered to the base.
Dread, that's fair. on... Did I go to the wrong place? No, it just hasn't opened yet. Sort of, Raymond. Making it more engaging, I suppose. Yeah, Tom, thank you so much, man. It was good to see you. Sleep well. I hope sleep is easy for you. You guys ever notice you go on a trip and you just cannot sleep? Skull, try storing the ship and then calling it back up if you haven't done that already. Where did you do it? And also, sometimes the game just screws you. You sit through all that and you don't get the cargo. Which is very annoying, but, you know, that's, actually, hold on, I've got a button for this.
That's Star Citizen, baby.
Docking launch complete.
Oh, Tom, it is appreciated, man. Although I still think you should go for that Toblerone. Oh, Randir. Don't worry, buddy. You will always be a peasant in my eyes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do you ever, like, not catch yourself? You say something like peasants. Like you're just being so elitist about something that honestly you have no business being elitist about, but you just kind of do it anyway. Tell you what, we'll go to Mike L4 or L5. L5 is closest, I think. I don't look closest. What about Mike L4? There we go. That's closest. I mean, Skull, you don't actually have to choose the sub-target. You would think you do, but you don't. When you bought the cargo, did it give you a timer by chance? That's the big thing. If you don't get the timer, something's up. And like I said, sometimes it will just take your money. So if you're on the most drugs, how about we just make you the pilot? Let's see. Oh, hey, new PTU patch. They finally fixed some 300i stuff. Because that ship was sold, it was using the size down gimbals. Yeah, Skull, I would call it back up just to check. And maybe try putting a box on the ship. But there is a chance, there's a chance that you might be missing your cargo. It may have ate your cargo and taken your money. Well, Raymond, they finally gave it to me. It's the test flight, Idris. see, guitars. I wish there was. Okay, I don't want the XP to be farmed from super chats. Like, it's cool that they put that in there because, you know, it encourages people to give money to the person streaming, but like, I don't want you guys to have to do that, you know? Also, like, I wish it would let me change, like, the colors. Like, I like purple, don't get me wrong, but like, if I could give different colors to each, like, ranking. Ah, Skull, I'm sorry, man. Skull, what is your in-game name? I can at least reimburse you what CIG took. Oh my god, that's so much better. I'll just fly like this. I know, guitars. It just feels like a pay to win, which is silly. Thank you, Wade. Thank you. I can do this while I decelerate. Wait, no, stop it. Stop. You are not gaming this XP. You are not gaming this. Thank you for the $2. But you are not gamifying this. We are not going to introduce pay-to-win mechanics for a little purple crown. There we go. You said it was 600k. Try that on for size. See if that helps. I thank you for the campaign donations, but I don't know if I can bring myself to vote to turn the child's playground into a toxic waste site. I know, Dread, I know. I just, you know, if you guys are going to throw money at me, I want you to do it because you think I'm sexy, not for a crown. Because the crown that Burger King hands out is way more tangible.
Docking request approved.
And yeah, Raymond, it's the test flight one for being a subscriber. Everyone should get it, although they're doing it in waves. Because apparently there's enough subscribers that they think it would break the servers if everybody got it at once. And also, mine was 2 days late. Wow, this is hard to do with this UI being bad. Yeah, Skull. Well, you see, wait, I got an email and everything saying that my account had been greenlit for it. And I did the whole log out of my account, log back in, and I didn't happen or get it until today. It might be the $20 level. Like, usually the 10s get it, but they may have tried to reserve it for the $20 level. Where is that? Oh, I'm under again, aren't I?
Automated docking initiated.
Phaedra's subscriber, Idris. God, I wish it would be the loner Idris. Yeah, see, guitars usually, like, maybe they just goof, but usually the $10 ones get test flights for a little while, too. Which I know it's supposed to be like a $20 feature, but... I mean, Raymond, you'd think that. You would think that. You would think that, yes.
Engines offline.
But you know how quickly people rush to in-game ships or in-game things and various games. I mean, besides, you know, if you live on water, how many big yachts do you see out there? I know there's not just a bunch of people running around in aircraft carriers, but all right, I'm definitely going to sell some cargo now. Then, as much as I don't want to, I might actually end up at Area 18, sell the rest of my stuff, my stems. One, because I can. Two, because I want to backflip this baby into a hangar. Because, you know, that's fun. And really, I could sell the Hephaestonite at the state or at Area 18, but I don't want to.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to place.
Guitars, I am in PU. I am in live. I don't know, Dread. You could trade with it. I have ran the numbers. And if you can actually get... Okay, like you don't have to stay there for probably half an hour. Maybe a little bit more. But if you filled that puppy up with a Hephaestonite from Rods, on paper, you can make just under 1 million with it. Now, I don't know what the refresh rate is for Hephaestonite. Realistically, you can make 500,000 with it in Hef. Assuming you're not me and just cannot find your admin station, which is right over there. Like, there is money to be made with it, cargo-wise. Like, is it going to beat hauling? No, but you can make cash with it. I mean, heck, you could actually make a pretty penny just hauling scrap with it. How many stems? Oh my god, they'll actually take all my stems. Yes, please. I don't know how much I paid for those. But, I came here to sell the Hef. Yeah, see, I think I'm clearing about 500k in profit off that right now. So I actually made, like, I went to some wrong places. Okay, so Mike L4 will actually take a lot of stems. That's good to know. Okay, so they probably take about 1,000. 624's medium inventory. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. You guys didn't see that. You forget that is a thing. I'm going to go use that. Okay, because look at this. Look at this. All right. I just gave Skull 600k. I know I started this stream with like maybe 12k or 12 million. And yet, after all that, I am up to 13.3 million. I just made a crap ton of money running from Rods to Mike L4. Now, that route might get demolished now that people could do this, but if you have an Idris and don't mind making the jump, Rods to Mike L4 would be a heck of a run for anybody with some time on their hands. Oh, Trigger, I would, but I'm gonna have to wrap it up real soon, and I don't have any mining ships on me. Yes, Luna, I bought way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. I bought the Kato set of the Amtrak Rainbow era passenger cars, which is 8 passenger cars of a random set. Because back in the day, Amtrak didn't have their own stuff. They inherited a bunch of passenger cars. So you might have like a green passenger car from Penn Central, like a red car from Pennsylvania Railroad, and then some random Amtrak cars that had been made, and then just some other stuff. So it's like a nice little wonky-donk rainbow hodgepodge. I also picked up a Kato EMD F8A locomotive in the Amtrak Day 1 livery, so it's period specific and goes with the same passenger cars. You know, it's funny. In Star Citizen, I have an F8. And on my model railroad, I have an F8.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Baba Ganoush, you're good. And yeah, we're moving boxes in the Idris. And I've got 15 minutes of that thing.
Please visit us again.
And I'm kind of thinking maybe I should call it there. Because I got a couple of things to do today after I wrap up. But I really want to backflip this Idris into Area 18. At the same time, I don't want to wake up at Area 18 and find that I can't actually move my boxes. Or, you know, get to my hangar. Yeah, Wolf, moving stems and Hephaestonite. And honestly, stems from there might be the better run. Let me do some math. Let me math. Math. So, Pyro, rods. If we buy all the stems. Stemmy. They've got 800, 2146. So, let's say we get all 800 SCU. 2146 to Mike L4. Stems. You know, I've noticed that CIG really likes keeping the profit around 800 per SCU. Like a lot of these runs that aren't Hull C runs, but are bulk runs, like bulk non-Hull C, it's always around 800 for the profit. Yeah, okay, so that's 640,000 if you go with what they have on deck. So if you, just buy all the stems, buy all the Hephaestonite, and you will make a pretty penny profit. Well, Luna, I'm not gonna lie, it's ugly. I'll take pictures of it tomorrow for tomorrow's stream and show you. But it's ugly in a nice way. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the F7 and the F8 locomotives, but it's only because when I was a kid, that's pretty much all you could get.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit
Like, if you've ever seen like a model train set, especially that like a kid got, it's always the exact same thing. It's like an F7 locomotive, Santa Fe, and the red and silver war bonnet scheme. Like 99% of what's out there for kids is that set. And as a kid, I had like 3 of those. So like, I really just like wanted something different. And I grew to just not like the F7 and F8 series. And yeah, Raymond, I am hauling in the Idris. That's why I gotta wait like 13 minutes for it to unload. That's the only bad part. A lot of downtime.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Because we gotta wait 12 more minutes. You know what? I'm not gonna. You know, Hugh, there's some real turbo nerds out there that actually build them. They'll build like a little super tiny rideable steam locomotive that uses actual steam. Hey, Sarone. Hey, Sarone. I don't know if you're interested, but I got a pretty nice trade run for the Idris. Rods to Mike L4. Just buy everything you can at Rods of both Hephaestionite and Stims. I think I just made probably $1 million, maybe a little bit over $1 million on that run. Now, I goofed a lot, but turns out, Sarone, you can actually dump about 1,000 SCU of Stims at Mike L4. Don't tell anybody, because it'll probably start getting filled once more people find out. You know, Hugh, I feel like I read something about that back in the day. Oh, come on, wallet. There you go, Wade. Go buy an MSR. Raven, I've been buying at Rods. Which, I mean, you could buy elsewhere, but I like Rods. Buy at Rods, sell at Mike L4. A little bit of a jump, but there's some cash to be made. Oh, you.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
There's just also a lot of downtime because you have to do 2 different loads, and it's about 15 minutes downtime either side. So 30 minutes total, but still, that's money. Sarone, I jumped to the wormhole, and I don't know if I just opened my stuff at the wrong time or what, but it's been bugging both my UI and my minimap. Like, if I take my helmet off, I still get it. Actually, I wonder if there's a difference between putting my helmet on the side and legit taking it off. Nope, still scuzzed. I'll go buy a different helmet and see if it does that. Skull, there's a chance. Maybe try storing it, calling up again to see if you can see it. There's a chance you might just have to claim your caterpillar. Oh, Luna, don't tempt me. I already spent a lot of money at Lombard. Actually, maybe you could help. No. Maybe. You see, Luna, there's some stuff that I'm after. I need 2 things. A particular set of cars from Athern, and an Amtrak Phase 6 passenger set. I think it's M Fleet 2. Lombards is out, and I don't think Kato is making any more right now. Yeah, Skull, you might have to claim at a different station. Like, you know, leave the ship there and... I'm sorry, do they not sell any suits here? Haha. Sadly, Skull, yes. If you need another 600k, let me know. I'll send it to you. I'm not worried about the cash. I have no reason to make cash. And besides, money is like blood. It works best when it's flowing. Yeah, Wolf. I know I'm kind of limited in my train experience, but I feel like Athern makes some of the best rolling stock as far as freight cars go. One, their couplers are attached to the body instead of the trucks, which I find helps a lot in certain situations. Sorry, am I blind? Am I passing all the kiosks for? Ah, there they are. Hey, Skull, you're good. That didn't fix it either. I wonder if maybe if I die. Just, I don't feel like trial and error should eat your money, you know? Unless you're... Biker, I've got 12.6 million on me now. And honestly, I might abuse that interest route while I've got the interest. Now, how much time do I have?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
4 more minutes. Yeah, see, Wolf, that's my kind of stuff right there. Like, I'm doing a lot of in-scale with my trains, and I'm about to rip up my track and relay it out. I'm going to expand my table by about 2 feet, which will give me a lot more room to do some stuff. But I have found in-scale just gives you a lot of space, and it's just nice. It's just very nice. You get a lot of good stuff in scale. Like, I know HO is more popular and it's larger and you can get the most stuff in it, but I don't have like 15 feet of space to lay out a track. See, Luna, that's how I feel. I can always beg you guys for food money, right? So I could totally go buy tons of trains. All right. So what we're going to do, once this timer is done, I'm going to fly to Area 18.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
And we're going to backflip this Idris into a hangar, because I haven't got to do that yet. Ooh. Skull, I don't like that. Skull, do me two things. One, check your PC's time and make sure it's the correct time. Maybe uncheck auto set time and then recheck it. Because I know if your PC's time is off, there's a bunch of stuff that does not work in Star Citizen. Second, might be worth relogging. Oh, Phaedrus. You know, Phaedrus, you might be onto something there. But I'm going to admit something. Bard, at least in Dungeons and Dragons, is my most hated class. Oh, my most hated. Skull, maybe? Like, I've never had issues there, but I feel like 99% of the issues in Star Citizen are not repeatable.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah, if your time is off at all, it will mess up Star Citizen. It will keep you from purchasing some things, doing some things. I don't know why. It is so silly that your PC's time somehow affects a game. But I would exit the game, log out of the launcher, reset your time, log back in, and then see if it works. Like, just uncheck the auto thing, recheck it. Because that will screw up a ton of stuff.
Vehicle
Why, I do not know.
has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, Charek? Does he sing for charity? I hope anything he does is for a good cause. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Hugh, then I think you just manually set it to the correct time and then pray. Hey, squirrel! Yes, squirrel. Pillsy pills have been taken. Oh, crap. I didn't see which way the nose was pointing. I think it's this way. Because there's two diagonals. Yes. I'm learning! At least my way to the bridge. Hold on, wait, I'll come back. Okay, he got it. Good deal. All right, Dread, I have figured it out. When you're walking down the hallway, look where the nose is. And you want to turn opposite the nose. You go 2 diagonal halls, and you turn at the second diagonal hall at the end of it. Oh, this is going to be fun to pull off with this messed up. You know what? That's just extra challenge. Oh, what happened, squirrel? And it's the rental Idris for subscribers. The test flight Idris. So I definitely do not own it. Although, man, now I know how much money I can make with it. I kind of want to, but too late. Oh yeah, Luna. N-scale is very popular, especially in Japan. Probably the most popular scale there due to its small size. I mean, you know, that's why Kato is one of the biggest companies out there. Yeah, Charik, yeah. I mean, Raymond, that's what we're going to try. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. It might not be a first try. It might be a second try or a third try, but I'm going to do it and then end the stream. Squirrel, I'm glad you got to do that, man. I actually tried joining a Polaris group a little while back, and same thing. Things kept falling apart. You know, Dread, I want to get one of these things just to fire off the railgun, which this is the patrol model, so no railgun. Those PDCs really do have issues in Quantum, don't they? Squirrel, that is nice to hear on that free C2. A lot of cash to be made on a C2, that's for sure. And Dread, you can just unlock the ports and let people unattach it, and then you just claim your Idris. That should be all you have to do. And then you shouldn't even have to pay for repairs. You just unlock ports. All right. Please let it be daytime. That's one of the reasons that you can't make money selling ship components, because you can just dupe them. Closed. Why can't I jump? Oh, we're still cooling. My God. Forget how long this thing takes to cool. I mean, drop, I need the ironclad. I mean, the run that I've been doing, or started today, I could do even better with the ironclad. And it wouldn't take nearly as long. And I didn't finish that jump. Not to mention the ironclad's a lot smaller, too. You get into a lot of places that you just can't. And I bet it would be much faster to load and unload. Hey, Scott. Over here in the Australian server too, huh? Well, if you're at Area 18, there's a slight chance you're about to hear a big boom.
Quantum travel complete.
Because we're gonna go backflip this puppy into a hangar. Or die trying. So how many turrets do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, not as many turrets as I was thinking. Oh, wait. 9, 10. Yeah, that's a fair amount. You know, I wonder, is the cook on an Idris like one of the turret gunners? Like, what does he do? Like, if I had a Neelix on my ship, on an Idris, would he also have to turret gun? Oh, serious, it's not mine, it's the subscriber Idris. Definitely not mine. And I've got that wormhole glitch bug for my UI, so that's going to make this a lot more interesting. Yeah, it might be a big bada boom. We're gonna find out. In fact, full power to engines. So I might need all the boost I can get. Oh, is that you, Scott? All right, well, you've got a decent view of this then. You can watch my failure.
Landing gear deployed.
All right, where are they gonna put me? See my hangar. There it is. Honestly, Luna, I don't mind it. And there are no VTOL engines that I can see. Hey, Beer, you're just in time. Oh, this thing does not like flying sideways. All right. We're doing it. We're just gonna kind of go in. Oh. Oh, this thing is not. This is not fast. Oh, this thing is not fast.
Warning, leaving. Safe zone.
Oh, I'm sure I am.
Warning, leaving. Safe zone.
Yep, I know. Oh my goodness, and the doors too? Oh, if the doors hadn't closed on me, I think I would have had that first try.
Complete.
We're gonna go again because of the stupid doors. Because they don't give you enough time.
Launch complete.
Man, I would have had that first try. How dare they steal my glory? I mean, Dread, I came in from a terrible angle. And I would have had it. No, Raymond, I agree. And that's why we're going to go again. Oh, yeah, no, Squirrel, they juiced it, dude. They juiced it. Let me out of this hangar. Going again. Right drop? Let me get some altitude here. Back up a little bit. No, Wise, it's a bug from the wormhole that I went through earlier. It's really annoying. Because if I store the ship and call it back out, it still does it. All right. 2,600 up. Yeah, last time I think I was at about 4,000 when I called.
Please proceed to assigned landing back.
All right. Coming in again. Same hangar. Similar approach. Now they can't do it early on me now. There. We are 22 up. Probably a little high to start the rotation, but find out. So I usually need about 800, I think, for the cat. But this thing is a chunk monster. Maybe we can get 2 out of this. Maybe we can get a double backflip to make up for this. gonna try it. Oh, we're gonna try it. Three. Back that off some. Don't you start closing the doors on me. Oh my god, no time. Like, there's no other edges here. Just let me land. Give me a minute to land. Come on.
Warning, leaving.
Oh my god, maybe I can do it.
Warning, leaving. Safe zone.
Why must the ATC be the turd in my soup? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go for it and then call it the last second. Because clearly that's the only way we can make this work. Because ATC has no sense of narrative. Can you imagine, like, okay, you're flying an airplane, and you're like, hey, tower requesting permission to land, like, you know, runway 15, and then 45 seconds later, they're like, you know, you haven't made it yet, so we're gonna take that away. We're gonna take it away from you, because you're not here yet. You know, Wise, that's what I should do, but I want to do it in a hangar. I know they're going to take these doors away from me, but that's fine because we'll just request again. Right? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I had this in the bag the first time around. I guess I get practice now, but still. Alright, let's see if I can do this without actually hitting any of the brakes. I think 2300 is good for double. Maybe 1500 for single. It is personal. It's very personal. Start closing. I dare you. What, did I suddenly not give it enough time? I'm gonna keep requesting it. Maybe that'll keep it open.
That request has already been granted.
Yeah, it has, and it's gonna stay granted.
Warning, leaving. Safe zone. Warning, leaving. Safe zone.
Why did that work? Huh. Apparently, if you keep hitting the button, it just keeps refreshing it.
Complete.
Oh, that was actually a silky smooth landing, too. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I think that was probably the better landing out of the three that I could have had. Well. That was a soft land on the backflip. Thank you, Scott. I'm salty that it took me 3 tries due to ATC being a doofus, but that was smooth and silky. I mean, Dread, you can kind of speed up towards in coupled. It just resets as soon as you let go of the thrust, but thank you, Raymond. What? I'm not even going the right way. Now, how do I leave this giant thing? I go to the hangar. Right. I go to the hangar. Which way is the hangar? Wait, no, hold on. I know how to do this. It's the other hallway that is this way. Then we go down a thing. Right. There it is. Oh yeah, Squirrel. I will do unkind things to a Kraken. Now the question is, how the heck do I open this door from down here? Nuxie, this is definitely it. I know there's got to be a way to open this thing down here. I just don't know where it is yet. I'm going to have to do this from the bridge, aren't I? Fine. I'll use this to get up to the control room. Going up. All right, this should take me to the control room. Or the pilot ready room, one of those. I need that side, don't I? And we can make that happen. Because then we go this away, take this over. Now we're learning. Now, which way is the control room? I think it's this way. Haha, control room. Look at that. I am learning the Idris. Now, can I do it with any of these? That I can just do that without sitting at the seat. Oh, that's so nice. It's all right, Scott. I think I got it. Oh, they're gonna have to fix that. Yeah. We did it. What a harsh angle. Like, okay, so I know they're not, but can you imagine being in a wheelchair and trying to get up this what is this, like a 45 degree angle ramp? You couldn't do it. You would fall over backwards. Like, I know if you're on an Idris, you should be like an able-bodied soldier, yada yada yada. But just sometimes it's fun to look at all the ships in Star Citizen and look at how wheelchair inaccessible they are. And I know that's not exactly an ADA compliant ship, like it's supposed to be in combat and whatever, but still. Oh yeah, squirrel. I mean, that's it. It's just imagine like if, I don't know, Franklin D. Roosevelt was to take a tour. Hey, thank you for coming, Wade. And you too, Sinith Face. Like, believe me, it's not a legitimate criticism in any way. It's just, I think it's funny how, like, the MSR is one of the only, if you think about it, wheelchair accessible ships out there. Yeah, Wolf. Well, remember, the Caterpillar is going to have to basically be rebuilt. It's such an old model. And of course, Wade. But all right, I gotta wrap it up. So, we will continue tomorrow, probably doing more Idris cargo runs. But you guys have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. And as always, until next time, keep on trucking. Have a good night, guys.